So today I am absolutely fucking livid with the country that I fucking live in. Absolutely raging.
This government's policies are putting kids in danger who once would have been safe to walk home from school by themselves. Listen to this mum who is absolutely furious about the danger this government is putting her kids in.
I found out today that the estate my children go to school on has literally, there's 2 schools on the estate my kids go to school on. One of them being my kids' school and another being 2 minutes up the road. Literally, they basically should be classed as the same road. That's how close they are. They have put a HMO. I can't even, I'm that fucking livid. They put an HMO at the bottom of the driveway of the other school, which was the caretaker's house of the school. Yesterday,
why would you put it there?
Of a man following our children
round the
streets of our area, right? And he got took away from the police. And do you know what the police said? He's got mental health issues. Okay then, that's all right. That's fucking okay. He's come to this country and he's got mental health issues. Oh, that's all right. He's allowed to follow our fucking children. No, he's fucking not. No, he's not. It's about time people start taking a fucking stance. I am livid. I'm that.
Well done to this woman for standing up and saying, no, sorry, just because somebody has come here from a different culture and with mental health issues doesn't mean that we have to put up with all the consequences of it. Doesn't mean that we have to put up with the danger it causes to our children. A lot of people say, oh, you're racist, you're just speculating, suggesting that these random guys coming from other countries would, dare prey on our children. But it's happening, evidently so, in the case of this HMO that's been opened up by these 2 schools.
Livid, I feel like fucking crying. My little babies go to a school 2 minutes down the road. Other people's children are going to that school. Then, that's not even the end of it, right? Today, a second man from that HMO house has been arrested acting suspiciously at the same shops the man yesterday got arrested at. So that's 2 men in the space of 24 hours.
Evidence is there.
Separate men.
It is a danger.
From the same house that have been put next to a primary school. There's a police sitting outside that HMO house now. The schools have sent out warnings saying, do not worry, the police presence will be around this area. The area that I am referring to don't ever have police presence. They just fly through. There's never police presence, ever. So why are we having to now deal with police presence on the estate because they think it's okay to put foreign men, where's the women and children, men next to our children's school? I am absolutely fed up of it all. And before anybody comes on my comment section saying, at the end of the day, if it wasn't for immigration, we wouldn't have our doctors, we wouldn't have this, we wouldn't have that. This is not immigration at its finest, is it? No, it's not. This is invasion from within, and it's disgusting. Our children are getting essayed left, right and centre because in their countries, it's allowed to do that to 8-year-old children as long as started their womanly life. It's sickening. It's fucking sickening. And every one of you, proper Brits that are still mentally there, right? We need to fucking stand up for ourselves. We need to stand up for the country we once loved so much.
And that, my friends, is why so many people in this country are voting for the Reform Party. That is why the Labour Party and the Conservative Party got absolutely demolished at the elections that we just had. Because people aren't just a little bit annoyed about the way this country is going. People are absolutely seething, as that mother clearly was. Now, there was a lot of swearing in that video, and I apologise for that, but I think that she had a right to be livid. How would you feel if you are a mother okay? If you are a mother, you feel like your sole responsibility is to keep your children safe. How would you feel if, completely out of your control, you think that you've decided to live in a safe area where your kids will be able to safely walk to school, walk to and from school with their friends from an appropriate age, right? You feel like you've done all you can to keep your children safe, and then the government decide to open housing full of migrants on the same street as 2 schools. Where is the thinking with that? And we know that the Home Office does not consult local communities before they house asylum seekers somewhere. Their official policy is not to tell anyone because they think it will stir the pot too much. So they don't tell anyone, they just open it up, don't tell a soul, and suddenly you've got all these strange men roaming around. And as she says, there's no women and children, which means that these men who, you know, they've just arrived here, they might have a mate with them, possibly, right? But they do not have their friends and family, wives and children to entertain them and keep them busy during the day. They can't work either, so what are they going to do? They're going to get up to no good. They're going to wander around town, they're going to start forming gangs, they might shoplift, they might pest children, okay? That's what happens when you leave a load of blokes bored out their minds, unable to work, to their own devices. And we found out now, you know, the Home Office, they're trying to combat this by, you know, buying them some PlayStations and giving them free driving lessons and DJ lessons to keep them busy. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think that that is going to cut it, okay? You know, that woman was right where she says that she is livid and that people need to start taking a stand. And I think, you know, a lot of people have this idea that those of us that are concerned about immigration, we're all just a bunch of, you know, rich, posh people with our noses up, okay? That woman, quite clearly, was a working class woman, okay? The working classes are absolutely furious, and those are the ones who are paying the cost, you know, more than anyone. Those are the ones who are having their lives affected the most by this mass immigration, both legal and illegal. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Reasoned if you haven't already for more videos like this.